The rocks in your head.
The culture of hip-hop started with the motherfucking DJ.
My name is DJ G.I. Joe. Started DJing in 1995. Let's go, Joe, let's go, son! They called me Lil Joey in the park. You know, I was always the breakdancer Joey. I didn't really have a name back then, but everybody knew me for the dancing first. With DP1 in Brooklyn with Turntable Knowledge, that was the only way I was able to meet Immortal Technique. So that was how I got in the door with him and how I was able to tour the world with that guy. When it comes to practicing, there was times where I spent more than 8 hours a day practicing. And we're talking scratching, body tricks, juggles. It never ended, like to the point where you feel sore, you know? And it's real life, like your forearms get tight, your shoulders, the next day you're like, wow, was I lifting weights? No, you were just practicing.
So I like having full-sounding drums, like very thick with this sinister tone beneath. When you hear drums hit, the other sounds that's in conjunction with that blends well with this sinister undertone that just makes you like monotonous, but then it's kind of like that monotony is captivating.
I like the beats that, I don't know if I could describe it, that when you hear it, it just make you frown. Not the cry frown, the frown like when you see a big ass or something, or, you know what I'm saying, it just make you be like, oh, Jesus. Hey, yo, the crash is rocking on your radio. That shit gives me chills right there. Yeah, because I remember being in my room, I would just play it over and over again. I don't never go in the booth with the fucking paper because I like to know my shit by heart. It's just like if you had a presentation that you had to present. You're going to present it better if you know it by heart than if you're reading off the paper. Sure, you're going to know it because it's right there, but if you know it in your head back and forth, then you're going to present it. That's how you're going to present it the best.
Started with rhymes first, but there's actually probably more like next plateau beats moments that I have more so than actual jams. Like I have rhymes that like I haven't even put. There's just so much shit I got. I mean, anybody will tell you that's been to my lab. Like I got, it's just stupid how much shit I have. So I have rhymes that are like those moments in the making. You know what I mean? But as far as like actualized shit, it's like it's mostly beats.
We have our own distinct style, separate from the Boston dudes. You know, and that's something that's known. Like our style is real aggressive. It's pointy, and the majority of the Lynn writers all throughout the history, like from the beginning up till now, have stayed true to that particular tradition.
You are now listening to Chopper the Beatboxer. Let's take it back to the old school.
I hadn't even really recorded all that much until I met Rock. And once I met him, and that's when I really first started getting into an actual studio, you know, with equipment, and we can actually get down and record. And we did a joint called Relax with Dope.
First joint I ever recorded with Realm, I kind of threw little jabs at everyone in our circle. And we used to do that in the freestyles. You like see like dudes would walk up to you later, like, yo, you was talking to me? Yeah, don't worry about it. You know, it was just like, you know, I was just seeing if you were paying attention.
Intruder, identify thyself.
I like the classic stuff. The classic boom bap. I had a Gemini Scratch Master mixer, and that mixer was really whack. I'd break the fader after a couple weeks. You have to clean it out. Then finally I graduated to the Vestax 05 Pro. And then my man G.I. Joe introduced me to the Rain 56.
I feel like a lot of artists, you have to have some kind of little psychosis, man, because the stuff, you know, we say is kind of bonkers. Like, you're one of the kings of it, man. Like, I get into that old Brickyard tape, man. I'm like, yo, this dude, he's like an uncle to me, or like a big brother or something, the way he used to talk.
If your room was organized, you know, it's like, yo, his room's organized, the beat's gonna be dope. And it's like, yo!
This little trick for you people who can't sing. You go like this, you take a 45 and you find a fan. And you go, well, I can't sing, but I can do this.
Keep it going one time with this freestyle rhyme. Insight on the mind, check the new type design.
Later on, I started just being more, I don't give a fuck what I say. I'm just gonna say what I want to say. I began to like doing what I thought people didn't like.
It's best to just build this crazy, how big and far can you just forget yourself and go with something until it's a big pile of, you don't know. It's just you're looking at it after as if it came from somebody else.
It's an art form, and it's just like any other thing. Like when you take it on and you take it on serious, you become the art. Like, I've been doing this ever since I was a kid. So other beatboxers, I've always loved other beatboxers. I love how, you know, their sounds are different than mine. It's just like when someone's speaking a different language that you've never heard of. It just sounds so, you know, it sounds different. Like, wow, I've never heard this before.
Got that daddy flow with the daddy, with the daddy, with the daddy, with the daddy, with the daddy beat. Got that daddy flow with the daddy, with the daddy, with the daddy, with the daddy, with the daddy beat. Got that daddy flow with the daddy beat. Got that daddy flow with the daddy beat.
At heart, I'm just an acoustic beatboxer. I just use my voice and my, you know, vocal cords, and I use big parking garages and stuff like that for echo.
So because my left arm was broken as a child, I learned everything kind of weird. I scratch with my right hand on the fader, left hand on the record. That's like mostly what I do. I get busy on the right, but not so much. And as far as breakdancing goes, I learned everything opposite the way I was supposed to, apparently, because of my arm. So it's like, you know, I adjusted.
I heard the thing. This one doing something funny.
It didn't stop me.
It's hip hop now. How can I say it? We was drinking straight liquor back then. Now y'all drinking mixed drinks. I mean, it's still liquor. You still getting nice, but you wasn't getting nice like we was off that straight liquor.
The rocks in your head.